The time has come. Greenville Update 1.18 has indeed arrived, and it's the biggest Greenville update since the revamp over a year ago. This update has a bunch of stuff that I'll be covering, starting off with something that's already noticeable. Fall has falled, I guess. Two buildings have been remodeled, one of which being the Cinex/Next Stop building, which has been mostly unchanged exterior-wise since 2016. This remodel includes a bit of the road being changed and a much bigger parking lot. The area feels a lot more open now, almost truck stop-like, which is pretty cool. The Tesla chargers have moved to this side of the parking lot. Greenville Cafe was renamed to Leo's Diner, like it's named in real life, and it and Cinex are now two separate sections of the building. Here's how Leo's Diner looks inside. Much more full and detailed than the old Greenville Cafe. There's a bunch of tables and chairs, and on the walls there's some TVs and pictures of food. There's new soda and coffee machines, and there's a kitchen with some food, and a deep freezer. The next stop part of the building's interior is pretty simple. Just a normal gas station interior with shelves full of items, a few freezers, and the front desk with some chips and cash registers. The other remodeled building being the post office. It looks so much nicer. There's a bigger parking lot, an American flag up front, and a collection box. Of course, there's a much more detailed interior as well. Even the flooring is pretty detailed. Got some PO boxes here, a self-service center, and the front desk. In this hallway there's a pretty intense picture of a mailbox, and through this door is a lounge/office area with a coffee machine and a few cubicles and printers. These two doors lead to offices, and this third door is the back way to the front desk. The end of the hallway has a door leading to the storage room, and here's another door that leads out to the docking bay. Also, Greenville Square has been updated a bit with new doors, new text on the side of the building for bulk food store, and most prominently, a redone bulk food store interior. Inside here it looks way nicer since, after all, up until now the interior went pretty much unchanged since 2016, similarly to the Cinex building's exterior. It feels way more full now than it did. It looks like there's actually food on the shelves. There are new milk and yogurt meshes right here, and also a sign for the cheese. The checkout area has been redone, including some chips up front, and the gift section has actual toys now. Now to talk about my favorite part of the update, also the biggest and most prominent feature. After years of being planned, interactive jobs are here. To accommodate interactive jobs, the jobs menu has been redone, and now it gives a brief description of each job. Currently there are 4 interactive jobs, as they will be rolling out the jobs in phases. The 4 interactive jobs are at the top of the job list and are indicated by red text. Other old non-interactive jobs are still there and act the same as they always have. The first interactive job is the bulk price food shop worker job. In this job you can check out customers' items, either NPCs spawned in AI characters, or real players while at a checkout aisle. NPCs will spawn over by the gift section, then walk toward the aisle you are occupying. Once they arrive, items will spawn on the counter for you to scan. To scan them you click and hold the item, passing it by the scanner, then into the bag. After all items are in the bag, the total price will pop up on the cash register and it will tell you the amount of change you need to give. You have the options to give / add up 20, 5, or $1, and 25 or 1 cent. Or you could just spam 20 until it's high enough. It'll beep at you, but hey, it works. You have to make sure you don't step out of the checkout aisle bounds, or else the customer and their items will despawn. NPC lookalikes of players in the server will spawn, a couple preset NPC characters, and I heard there may be a rare chance of a developer's character spawning as well, or at least it was implemented in testing. If you go up to an aisle someone else is working at, a button appears on the screen and brings up a menu that lets you select up to 5 items to buy. Once you select all 5 and hit purchase, the items will show up on the counter and the person working the aisle can scan them and put them in a bag. The rest is just RP by grabbing a bag, but it's still a really cool side of the feature in my opinion. The second interactive job is the Burger Haj / McDonald's worker job. This job is a bit similar to the cashier job in the sense that it spawns NPCs when you stand behind the counter, however the rest is pretty different. Once the NPC makes it to the counter, an indicator above their head lets you know what they want to order. Select the items they want on the cash register screen. Make change for the customer. Then the NPC changes positions to further down the counter, and the order will show up on a big screen nearby. You grab a tray, go to the kitchen area, find the items the customer ordered and put them on the tray. Once you've got everything, place the tray by the customer, and if you got it right, just like that, they have been served. If you take too long to deliver the order, the NPC just walks away and you'll have to go on to the next customer. Similarly to the bulk job, if you go up to the counter while someone is working there, you can order your own items through a menu. This menu only lets you order 2 items at a time, a food item and a drink. Once the worker gets your food, you actually do get the items in your inventory, which is pretty cool. The items only last in your inventory until you leave the game or reset, however.
Can I have cheeseburger, please?
The third interactive job is the GVPS / mail carrier job. When on the team, there's a new section of your garage that shows up, Job Vehicles, consisting of the mail truck for completely free. Due to this now being a job-specific vehicle, the mail truck is now off sale in the dealership. If you still have one in your personal car inventory, I'd suggest holding on to it. When at the post office docking station, you can hold F to pick up a load of mail. Then you are assigned an entire neighborhood to deliver mail to, which is indicated by an icon in the distance. When you approach a mailbox in your assigned neighborhood, a prompt to deliver mail pops up on the screen. Every time you deliver mail to a mailbox, you receive $100, though pay rates may be subject to change. After you complete delivering mail to one neighborhood, you are assigned another. And since I figure at least a few people may be wondering, no, you cannot have a job vehicle spawn at the same time as a personal vehicle, nor can you customize job vehicles. The fourth and final, for now, interactive job is the Twist Worker job. This is a very similar job to Burger Haj, except with ice cream. Very fun job to do because ice cream is cool. Well, to be honest, all interactive jobs are pretty fun. Alright, now time to talk about some of the other stuff in the update. There are now 2 new house types which have been placed around the map, some in new areas, others replacing old houses. This first house design was added to the game in the 6 houses neighborhood about a week ago in a construction / unfinished stage, which I made a roleplay video on if you're interested. Now, the house is complete. Looks pretty nice from the exterior. There's a really nice porch up front, a ringable doorbell of course, and over here there's a 2-car garage. Pretty much just the normal stuff in here like the buckets, workbench, and toolbox, but there's also a second door leading out of the garage which is pretty cool. This door here lets you inside the house, where there's a tiny bathroom, closet, kitchen, and living room. Here there's a nice work area looking out to the street. On the second floor there's a couple family photos. This door leads to the laundry room, this door to a bedroom, this door to a bathroom, this door to a second bedroom, this door leads to the third bedroom. The second new house design can also be found in the 6 houses neighborhood. This house also has a 2-car garage and a door to exit through the garage right here. Okay, so basically you can enter the house 2 ways. 1, through one of the doors, which I'll demonstrate right now. Or 2, you can jump on top of the roof, go to the chimney, and fall into it. Granted, this way there's really no way to get out of here unless you're in your own private server, but it's great for Santa RPs or just pulling a prank, I guess. Coming inside the house from the front door, you're greeted with a very nice living room, 2 couches, and a big TV above the fireplace. Past the living room, here's the kitchen, and past the kitchen, there's a bathroom, and this door leads to a big bedroom. Across the bathroom, there's a small hallway with a washer and dryer and a door leading out to the garage. Going upstairs, there are, like the last house, a few family photos, lounge area, with 2 chairs, and this time, a pool table. First bedroom, second bedroom, and a bathroom. Overall, a pretty nicely furnished / laid out house. Now to talk about that area, some of the new house designs were placed. The new neighborhood. This neighborhood is by the Twist / post office area, sort of an expansion to the existing part of the neighborhood that was here. Quite a big expansion at that. There's a lot of houses and it definitely fills up this area quite a bit more. There's even some houses on the side of the road by the post office now. And across from the tax office, very close to the new neighborhood, is this new prop building which looks pretty cool. Next, the radio system has been reworked. Now radio stations are synced for everyone in the whole server, and most notably, you can now hear other people's music playing just muffled and quieted down while you're outside of their car. Or you can just play your own music and hop out to test it. Okay, anyways, if you ride passenger with someone while playing music, you will hear the music just as they do. Cool feature that was similarly implemented in last year's winter update, but had to be removed due to an issue. Now it's back, and you can hear people blasting their music once again. Also, now when you sit down in a normal, non-vehicle seat, you can no longer play music. Next up, there are new loading and menu screens. The loading screen is pretty simple, it just says Greenville. This server was just created, so it'll take a bit longer to load than usual, similarly to before. Then after a few seconds, that text goes away, and it says something random or gives you a little fun fact. I got this fun fact that says Greenville's map is based on the real town. Who would have guessed that was true? If the messages are still not entertaining enough for you, you can click the 3 little dots above the message and they'll make some cool little effects. Here's the new menu screen. No longer do we have pictures of the play and changelog buttons to the side. Now it's an angle of the dealership with a large Greenville logo and a play button toward the middle of the screen. Scroll down and you'll find the latest update's changelogs. Definitely a change up, since up until now we've had pretty much the same loading and menu screen since revamp release, but I dig it. There are now a few more options in the settings menu, first of which being the tree count option. It can either be set to low, high, or automatic, which will base off of your Roblox graphic settings. It's pretty cool seeing the game with more trees. Trees make stuff look a lot better, seemingly. It'd be neat if they added some crazy, like, ultra high tree setting sometime where it's just an absolutely absurd amount of trees. The next new option in settings is global shadows. Once again, 3 different options: on, off, or auto. You can see with the on compared to off is a pretty noticeable difference. Private server owners now have 2 new options specific to them and their servers: curbs pop tires on/off, quite useful, and spawn NPCs on/off so you can more easily roleplay with interactive jobs. Alright, now for the miscellaneous changes/updates. 80 new rims have been added to the tire shop, mostly pretty nice ones. There are new turn signal sounds which are honestly great. As funny as it sounds, they're so much more pleasant to listen to and you can hear them more easily too. Another great change is that extra vehicle storage Game Pass owners now have even more storage. Previously the vehicle limit for Game Pass owners was 24 cars, but now it's been increased to 30. Non-extra storage Game Pass owners get a 2 car limit increase, now giving them 10 car slots. I struggle to keep my garage under the limit, so the increase is greatly appreciated. Now if you hit fire hydrants at high speeds, they'll break and start spraying out water. More breakable objects will be added soon. It's the attention to detail like this that makes a lot of games cooler to me, honestly. Brakes now glow after hard braking from high speeds. The Twist in game now uses the real logos thanks to the people that run the Twist in real life, which is awesome that they're supportive of the game. Due to interactive jobs, they have increased the buyable money amounts. When a change occurs to your money balance, there is now an indicator under the balance. Some speed bumps have been added around the map, such as in the dealership parking lot, and by the subway/twist area. New cars are on display inside the dealership. Planes are now server side, so everyone in the server can see it at the same time in the same place. And now when you get in a vehicle with the manual start/stop setting enabled, the gauge sweep doesn't happen until you turn on the vehicle. Now it's finally time for the cars, and there's a lot of them. Being the biggest update since the revamp, it is indeed car-wise as well. There are 56 new cars, 200 plus including trims. Since there are so many, I'll be briefly going over a handful or so of them in the dealership, then I'll do a couple up-close showcases of the most hyped-up vehicles in the update. The 1970 Chevy Chevelle and Chevy El Camino have been refreshed. There's a new 2012 Porsche Cayenne. The sort of legendary RAV4 from GB3 has returned, now 2013 and 2018 variants. They added a 2012 Volvo C70, which is a convertible, one of the cheapest and only ones in game that doesn't require Game Pass. They remeshed a bunch of the concept Teslas and added a 2014 Mercedes SLS. Here are the trims. And here are the specs on the standard model. The 2016 BMW i8 was remodeled, and they added a 2020 i8 Coupe and a 2020 Roadster. They added a Tires Plus mobile support vehicle, remodeled the 2018 Audi R8 and added a Spider variant, as well as added a 2021 Coupe and a 2021 Spider. They added a 2021 Infiniti QX50, believe it or not only the second Infiniti in game, first being the G35, and also new is the Aston Martin DBX. The 2021 Mercedes GLS and GLS Maybach are new. The Maybach comes in 4 trims, the base two-tone, Katy Line, and gold. The 2022 Rivian van is new, which is electric. It has 2 trims, the Cargo and the Sahara. The 2022 Koenigsegg Gemera is in this update, long awaited by many. There are 2 trims, the base and the CF trim. Here are the specs for the CF trim. The 2022 Mercedes S-Class is here, along with the new Hyundai Ioniq, Santa Cruz, and Tucson. Now for more in-depth reviews, starting with this limited car, the Truckla, which is going off sale right before Wednesday, October 13th. So if you want it, hurry and buy it. This has 1 trim and costs $250,000. Here's how it looks up close. Basically a Model 3 with quite a bit of modification. Looks to be an extended cab, got that bed rack, and actually the wheels look pretty nice. Next, the 2019 Lamborghini Huracan has been remodeled. The trims include the SP614/LP610 Coupe, which was already here, the LP610 Spider, Performante Coupe, and Performante Spider. Here are a few comparisons of the LP610 Coupe before and after the update. The 2020 Tesla Model 3 is remodeled. Here are a few comparisons of the Performance Refresh trim before and after the update. The 2021 Dodge Durango, Durango SRT, and Durango WSP were added, a very highly requested vehicle. The SRT trims include the 392, Fury, and Fury with stripes. Here's how the Fury trim looks up close, and here's how it sounds. The 2019 Chevy Silverado was remodeled by Wow02 and is now a 2021 and includes a whole bunch of new trims. The new trims include the WT single cab, the custom Trail Boss double cab, a fictional 454 SS trim, the WT crew cab, the High Country crew cab, the custom, the LTZ crew cab, the Redline crew cab, and the custom Trail Boss crew cab. Here are a few comparisons of the RST trim before and after the update. Truck looks so much nicer now. Honestly, I didn't even notice a lot of the inaccuracies of the old model until they were pointed out, but after all, that model was made in 2018. Here's how the 454 SS trim looks spawned out. Pretty aggressive hood, wide body, C7 style spoiler, and even some marker lights on the bed. Here's how it sounds. The 2021 BMW X3 and iX3 were added. Here are the normal X3 trims. Here's how the M Performance Shadow Edition looks up close. Pretty nice, I gotta say. Here's how it sounds. Next is the 2022 Lotus Emira, Lotus's final internal combustion engine car. Here are the trims. Here are the specs on the 3.5 trim. Here's how the 3.5 Black Pack trim looks up close. Actually a really nice design. And finally, last is the 2022 Subaru BRZ and Toyota GR86. The GR86 has two trims, the base and the GT. Here's how the GT trim of the GR86 looks up close. I prefer this a bit over the BRZ, but what's everybody else think? And just like that, this update review is complete. Many people complained a lot about this update taking a while to release, but I think it was definitely worth the wait. I mean, come on, look at everything we got, including interactive jobs, which has been one of the most requested features. It adds a whole nother side of the game, and I think it'll draw in a somewhat different crowd of new players. Plus, RPs will be improved as well, as I'm assuming more people will be encouraged to open up shops to serve people. Initially, interactive jobs were planned to be added on revamp release. However, as the revamp took a prolonged amount of time to develop, they decided they would add interactive jobs in a later update. That update finally came, and interactive jobs are just what I hoped for. I believe this is my first ever update review to have more of the video focusing on the features than the cars. Granted, I did review less cars than usual, but I'll still take that as a win. On that note, thank you for watching this video. If you want to, let me know your favorite part of this update in the comments. See ya.